All right, well, it is pressure weekend for managing Ferrari here at Imola. So, hopefully we can put something together and get two on the podium, but we'll see. It's going to be tough just because Red Bulls are strong, and we just have not really got the flow we've needed. We've been on a bad luck streak, so see what we can do. All right, we've made it to Q3. We've done the hards, the mediums, and now we are going to roll out on the softs. We'll just speed through this as we normally do.
3-1 for now.
Sainz and Leclerc, top of the board and dead even, pretty much. Verstappen going to beat us? No. That is how you put in a performance in Italy with Ferrari. Why? Okay, well, I guess we got a grid penalty. I'm not sure why. That is news to me. It must be because we had to... I have no idea. Must be from some of the damage and we had to replace the ERS or something, but is what it is, so we will start first and fifth now. All right. Well, the game's crashed on me now twice going into the race, so let's hope it works
Here in
out
Imola,
now.
the drivers are ready to take on the 63 laps of the Emilia.
We are going medium hard is our current plan, but that does allow us to switch to a medium soft if we want.
And it's lights out.
Let's see if Carlos can pull away, though, on these mediums. It looks like most of the front runners are on mediums. He is away. How has Leclerc done? He is fighting with an Aston. And is back to 7th and is dropped behind Alpine. That is unfortunate. We're not having him push, but I didn't want to do too much burning up of things, but go ahead and deploy and make sure that he is high overtake aggression. He's gotten around Russell. No, he's fending off Russell. Sorry. He has lost a bit here. Well, I guess we will go a bit aggressive here on the start. Now we know that we need to do that. Sainz trying to open up a gap here. Through the chicane at the top of the hill. To the bottom of the hill and around the final corner. 0.6 right now over Verstappen. That is good. We are starting to overheat these tires already. Let's just back it down, not get ourselves into a situation. We'll keep pushing on the battery. Head back here. Charles is within DRS range just barely, and not really pulling away from Russell behind, so unfortunate that grid penalty, but part of racing. These cameras are terrible. Let's just go on board. Watch from Max's. He is closed in now. We just can't really push these tires. They're right on the verge of overheating, and we don't need to use up the battery. Max is able to get a good dive in there and just blast past on corner exit, and that's fine. Red Bulls have been having an issue using up their tires so far this season, so I'm not going to get too worried about that.
And we need to look after these tires.
Alright. Unfortunately for Charles, he is back in 7th and going to be DRS trained behind Hamilton, it looks like. Perez working on closing up to us, and I just don't think we have the Red Bulls.
And reminder, some lift and coast.
I don't think we have what it takes to compete with them, but we'll do what we can here, and if it's a third and fourth, then fine. Let's take a look at what the grid is doing on tires. Stroll and Gasly were on the softs, so I think we were always going to get passed by them. So we just need to manage this, and we're going to jump ahead. Perez is probably going to get around us because it looks like they are pushing. But we'll manage this one out as we do and try to go long. See what kind of strategy that gets us on. All right, finishing up lap 10 at the moment. And Sainz has been able to hold off Perez, and Leclerc's just been tagged onto the back of the softs, pulling away from Russell. Not a whole lot else has happened, and not even a spin-off or anything like that. So, fairly boring first 10 laps here. Verstappen checking out 3 seconds ahead, and we are just managing our tires right now in traffic and holding off. On to lap 20 now. Sainz and Perez have swapped spots twice. I've kind of backed it down even more with both drivers just to try to extend this longer. Piastri, he has pit, so he's been at the back of the field the whole time anyways, but he has gone ahead and pit and is way off from the rest of the field. And Leclerc's worked his way past the soft runners and is now 8 seconds behind the front three. So he's worked his way back into that top four, and now we just got to hope that we can manage our tires better than the Red Bulls, but we've got some high usage happening here, and I don't think we're going to be able to extend this as long as I would prefer to do to work some options. All right, the pit window is opened, and we're using up too much tire. We're down to 44%. We're not going to pit this time, but definitely pitting this next time. And we're going to have to go hard tires. As much as I would rather not do that, we're going to do the same back here. Go hards. And actually that's, yeah, good. I was worried that I screwed up and Leclerc was going to be able to make it in there, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. Could actually probably take Leclerc one longer, but we're not going to risk it there. So, we can go high attack and deploy here.
Push. Okay.
Same with Leclerc. And
Copy.
try to make a little bit up since these things are coming off, and we're going to push on our end lap. I assume Verstappen will be pitting.
Copy that.
But we are under 4 seconds now to him, clearing Perez, and I just hope we can fire off the hard tires because we have not been good on the hards. Soft tires are best compared to the rest of the field. Gained a ton there though. 1.5 seconds pretty much between the two. Sainz is in.
Copy.
Perez is in. Verstappen is continuing on, so interesting. Good clean stop, get Leclerc in. He's coming in. Oh, very slow stop there.
Sorry about that.
1 second loss, but that's okay.
Fine, and pit exit.
Hamilton did not pit, and we should get some fairly clean track coming out. And we need to manage these. We're going to push here.
Yeah.
We're ahead of Yuki, but we're behind Russell and Alonso. That was always going to happen. Push on our out lap, and then we are going to be managing tires, because that is the name of the game. So 4.5 seconds back and 9 seconds back from Hamilton, but 2.4 ahead of Perez. So Perez has went to hards as well, and hopefully the undercut is going to gain us a little bit more on Verstappen. He doesn't pit this time either. He's going on by, so he's going very long, and that could help us. I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to Perez's pit stop. We'll be back for that. And Red Bull gets luck. Virtual safety cars come out. So they are going to luck out. Go a few extra laps, put on new set, not pit under green, and virtual safety cars now ending,
Ending out.
and they've gained.
Okay.
I mean, we can't win this one from here now. Well, we're on lap 40 now, and Max is holding even. We closed in on him a bit, then he started hitting fast laps. Nothing has changed. We did have Yuki and Norris go in for a pit stop, so they started off on the hards, I believe. And, yeah, I mean, the field is just really spread out right now, so very, very boring one going on here, but you never know what can happen, so we'll check back in again in 10 laps. 15 to go. Leclerc has closed up slightly on Perez. Sainz has not closed up on Verstappen, and nothing else has happened. This is the one of the most boring races that I've done in this game in either year. So, yeah, we're gonna just keep on flying through it.
Lift and coast.
All right, 10 to go. We have passed and cleared Perez. There wasn't much to it. He is dropping off fast. We might need to push a little bit more just to clear this DRS range. But, yeah, Max,
And
way
tires are
quicker
good to
than
push.
everyone and just out of our range. So we just need to clear Perez completely. Take our double podium in Italy, but be disappointed that we aren't on the top step. All right, it's the last lap for Max, who is 17 seconds out ahead of Sainz right now. And blasting away on the hards. Perez has dropped off 6.5 seconds behind us. And there's not much use in pushing or risking anything or even using up the engines. 1 point is not going to be worth it for us. We just need to have a nice solid point stay here. And most of the top teams have had a decent points race. So it's going to be good that we are essentially in the 1.5 mark where we dumped Perez to 4th. And we'll get our points for 2nd and 3rd. But yeah, what a boring one. It's not a whole lot to do, and just click fast forward and one stop. That's all it was. So virtual safety car could have thrown things off. It did kind of ruin the race for the win, but Max was still pulling away anyways, so couldn't do anything about that if we wanted to. And around is going to come Sainz, and then
Max Verstappen
Leclerc 4
over
seconds
the
later.
finish line, and today's winner.
But Red Bull has got Max going in the right direction now, and with performances like that, it's going to be very difficult.
Car was really nice to drive.
All right, so Max gets 26 points. He has extended his lead over Perez now, even though Perez started off with 2 wins. He's only got 3 podiums, as Max has 6 podiums and 2 wins. Carlos gets 18 points, jumps ahead of Charles, and they both pull away from Stroll, a race winner. Absolutely crazy. Fernando has a good run, and we are looking good there. Constructors, we are solidly in 2nd. That is good. Very good news for us. 33 points, and about as good as we could ask for. So only 5 teams gets points that race weekend. And we're off to the next one. Thanks for watching.